So coffee cups are disposable. They usually are made of like, paper on the outside, but on the inside of coffee cups, they actually have a really thin plastic lining. Well, the idea of disposable coffee cups are pretty bad.
Yeah.
In terms of how many that people go through. And there's all these, the coffee lids are made of plastic and the coffee cups are made of plastic, and then it all gets thrown into landfill. So nothing in landfill actually really gets decomposed properly, and which produces stuff like methane. And methane's terrible for the environment. And it also, and all this stuff in the landfill like leaches out into the soil and the stuff around it. So it becomes like a toxic pool of yuck. Yeah, and then so coffee cups, like whether they're biodegradable or not, end up there anyway, and yeah, they just contribute to this whole disposable culture of like, oh, I'll use it for 10 seconds, and it was all these materials were used to produce it, and all this time, like all this carbon emissions were emitted in the process of transportation, of creating that plastic with the oil that we were talking about before. Yeah, I mean, in terms of alternatives to coffee cups, I'm sure everyone's heard of a Keep cup.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's necessarily better because most people don't really use their Keep cups. Or people do if they're super into, I'm going to bring my Keep cup to work every day. But like people in offices, they have mugs and stuff, and they have coffee machines. So I guess that's slightly better as an alternative because I feel like people in offices are the people who drink a lot of coffee. In terms of alternatives to Keep cups, it's not that I'm directly opposed to, Keep cups are a bad idea, but I also think that, that idea of buying something which you use for yourself only and reuse is not as good as, sharing something like, in restaurants and stuff, they use the same coffee cups every day, like if you're eating in or like drinking coffee at the place, they'll just wash it and then reuse that. So I think maybe slowing down the culture of that, I don't know. Obviously it's not that possible for some people, but it's like maybe slowing down society in general.